Welcome back to Summit League Media Day. Anna Bellinghausen, Avery Howard alongside with you up here in Sioux Falls. So it's only fair that we round out the show with Omaha because we all drove up here. So it just makes sense. Coach Carrie Banks joining us. Coach, how are you today?
I'm doing good. Loving this setup that they have up here.
Yeah, we want to talk about that. Like, how has the day been? Just what's this whole event been like for you guys so far?
It was really cool. I mean, starting with yesterday and just being able to sit down with all of the coaches and athletes on both the men's and women's side. And I think for the student athletes to get this experience more so than us has been really nice for them, and to kind of like, hey, I know you because I played against you, but you're a really nice person. And maybe I didn't think that when we were on the court together, but now you're cool. So I think that's been a really good experience for them.
So this team's off a championship final appearance, back-to-back, may I add, as a number 6 seed in that tournament too. What has it been about this team in the postseason that they just find their way?
I wish I could figure it out and bottle it up and just sprinkle
just
it all over our full season and just we win every single game. I think they, are really good at locking into like a specific prep and knowing that, hey, this is about 3 days. I think that they can just really wrap their mind around that and be excited about it and really dialed into the details. I think, the great thing about this past year is that, we return a lot of our same kids.
Yeah,
right?
10 of them.
Yep.
Yeah, so we have that experience, and I really think just getting that taste, right, is going to be really huge because now they know, like, okay, this is what it takes. All right, but now we got to take it a step further. So.
Of your returners, it feels like a lot of these girls were starting to find a rhythm last year and get into a groove, and obviously they get another year together. Of this returning group, how have you seen them develop in the last year and just individual growth and as team growth?
Yeah, I think there's a maturity about them. I think there's also a familiarity, right? They know my expectations. They know the expectations that they have created amongst themselves as well, too, which I think is really special. So you just be amazed. I feel like in previous years, we've been talking about having a young group or a mixed group, but just what that experience will do to your workout, to your mindset, all of that stuff, it's been really, really great for us.
And of the newcomers, you have only a few want to transfer. What are you looking for to with that group and what they're going to inject into this team?
Yeah, our freshmen, I mean, I couldn't ask for a better group. They're really tough kids that come from high caliber high school programs that have either won a state championship, played in a state championship. So like winning is what they know, right? So already they have come in and they have just been, I mean, they fit in, with us having a veteran group. It's not like it's the freshmen and everybody else. It's like, this is our group. They're beating people to the gym as freshmen, which is great, right? And they're showing up and, not having those moments that most freshmen have, right? They fit in really, really well.
What's been most impressive about this group and just the early few practices you've seen them in?
Yeah. Well, I was saying earlier, we got about 7 healthy right now. Yeah. So just their ability to lock into the details, right? Because we've had to do a lot of just smaller breakdowns because we haven't had numbers, but just their ability to lock into those details. I feel like when they came back from the summer, they came back with just a renewed energy and passion for basketball. So they've been able to pick up things really, really quickly. And I guess that's one of the benefits of having an older group. And I'm excited about that.
I wanted to talk about a local product real quick because I know we have our Omaha viewers here, and staying home in Omaha means something. When you bring Cora Olsa into a program, you smile and you get excited. And I've seen her blend in with this group. She was at all the games last year. At the last game of the year, you had the youngsters come into the locker room and be welcomed, and you're seeing that happen already in this season. What are you excited for and just having a hometown kid join your squad?
Well, yeah, I think first and foremost is she has a tremendous sense of pride for her city, for this school. Her parents went to this school, her older siblings went to this school as well, too. So just when you have kind of that legacy and just that pride about this place, I know she's going to leave it on the floor every single time she steps foot on the floor. She's so excited to be a Maverick. She's a tough kid and just, what you see is what you get with her, and I love that about her. Our personalities are very similar in that. So, yeah, just really excited to have her on board.
Also want to talk about losing Elena Pilacuda. When you talk about filling her shoes, it might obviously be hard, first of all. Sure. An impact player, obviously, on the paint, but when you think about trying to fill that void, is it multiple players, right? Like, how do you change that system to replicate what Elena did?
Yeah, I mean, she was a coach's dream, right?
Yeah.
Not just because of her productivity on the court, but she was definitely an extension of the staff and just knowing what we wanted. I think we have some kids that are not new to our roster, but will be in bigger roles. I think Morgan Gardner is one of those who's just really, really efficient. And again, another kid, this is her third year playing for me. Danae Watson sat out last year with injury. And, they're not Elena, and that's not a bad thing. They bring something very, very different to our team, and I think each year as a coach, you are charged with finding the identity of that team and what works with that team, and these kids are going to make that special.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on that. Every year, Grace Cave mentioned this last year a little bit. She said, identity is going to change when you have different players come in, but we have to find a way to adapt to that. How has that shift happened so far this season, and what's the identity starting to look like for this team?
Yeah, I think our depth is something that's really, really special. I think our ability to play a little bit faster. We scored a lot inside last year. I think we'll be able to add some, a perimeter presence to that as well with just our talented backcourt. But we also have some bigs that are a little bit more versatile than Elena and that they can step out and do some other things as well, too. So,
what kind of jumps do you want to see with this team between last year and this year?
Consistency. They have to bring the mentality that every single game is a championship game. Every single game, that's the effort, that's the energy we need throughout the season. So I'm looking for that.
We're about to talk to Grace Cave here in a second, a junior now, a junior guard. How have you seen her grow year after year, and whether it be on the court and off the court, just in her leadership position?
Sure. I think she's just matured very nicely from her freshman year now to going on her junior year. She had a great summer. I mean, she was constantly in the gym, doing the extra stuff, trying to get stronger in the weight room. We practice at 8 a.m. in the morning, which for a college student feels like 5 a.m.
Sure does.
And she is there, 2 hours early, getting shots up. She's a positive voice in practice. So I'm just really excited what the future holds for her. And again, another homegrown kid that is just putting on for her city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Any mentality or motto you guys have been going into this year with? Have you decided that yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
We'll get that together here soon.
We'll have to ask Grace what she thinks.
Oh, I know what she's going to say. I know what she's going to say, but I'll let her surprise you with it.
Okay.
And I definitely agree with that. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Good. I'm excited.
Coach, expectations on the year for you. What looks like a successful season for Omaha women's basketball?
Winning every single game.
There you go.
Simple. No, I think it's just, getting our kids to consistently compete at the highest level possible. That's really what I want to see from them. We have a really talented group, and one thing I tell them at the beginning of each workout is share the basketball. And so I just want all of them to be able to shine. Our style of play, it's very free-flowing. So I think if we share the basketball, it's going to be fun to watch, but you're also going to be able to see everybody shine in their role.
Coach, well, good luck this season. We'll see you
Thank
back down in Omaha very soon. We'll bring on Grace Cave here just in a moment, but best of luck to the Mavs. Can't wait to see the product on the court.
Thank you so much.